Good guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Heir of Light we are actually going to discuss the replies of the DevTeamLeo, or let's say the game developer of the Heir of Light, regarding the dev note number 103. Let's see what do they really have to say about the complaints that has been arising in the moot channel. Okay, so yes, it has actually been quite a problem lately, or let's say lot of discomfort arising in the players regarding this new dev note 103, and if it's actually going to be applied, many people are pretty much proclaiming that they will actually leave this game. Okay, so let's see how Heir of Light community is actually pretty much, you know, sort of like reacting to this one. Okay, so this is actually going to be a part 2 as well, on where I will be discussing the replies of the other players, or let's say the new comments, and I will also be discussing like what DevTeamLeo, or let's say the developer of Heir of Light, is actually going to do about that one. All right, so right over here guys, we have actually got a new reply. Okay, so right out here guys, what the Asian Life has said, or my mentor has said, is that like it said, and to think this is the anniversary, more like closing statements before the shutdown, lol. Okay, and then like the DevTeamLeo has actually replied to that one saying, we will not close. If we have to improve our update, we will improve with your opinions. So yes, it seems like DevTeamLeo might actually be pretty much interested in listening to what we have to say about this upcoming update, and to actually, you know, like save this game rather than, you know, like sort of like destroying this game. Okay, so the Deathwalker, he has replied to that reply saying, this update celebrates the end of Heir of Light, but do you want to save Heir of Light? It is so easy. You only have to skip this update. For this one, you know, like there are also like other features that has been provided in the upcoming dev note, which I am pretty much very happy about. Okay, which is gonna be so good for the, you know, like beginners, like, you know, the structure they have been providing, which is pretty great. The only problem that I am actually really having is where they T5, you know, like more than T5 transcendence, and the next thing is that like making the purification a little bit more pay to play rather than being a little bit free to you know, like free to play. Okay, so that's the thing right out there guys. The next thing is gamer 319757398. What he says is that our opinions don't matter. All we hear is we will take it into consideration, nothing beyond that bullcrap. Okay, so I think this has also been one of the really raising issue, that yes, DevTeamLeo has been saying around like we can actually look or hear what you have to say, but usually they just go around with their own opinions that they have formulated in the first place. Okay, so that can actually be a big problem as well, meaning like it's just like a taunting. Okay, I hope that like the DevTeamLeo would actually hear to this plea right out here guys. If players matter to you so much, then instead of treating the players like fools and offering them a select summon or two, which is a classic example of dangling a carrot in front of a donkey, and some players fall for it as well and start praising the freebies, tell us how you will do good for your errors. Okay, dude. Oh my god, no, you cannot actually say like that. Any kind of freebies is always a really good thing. It's not like dangling a carrot in front of a donkey. It always do help in a very long period of time, in a long gameplay component, and this is also like one of the way how this game has really been able to maintain the delicate balance between the free-to-play players and the pay-to-play players as well. So I really do not actually support this one, okay, for right now, because like these are the things that had actually been allowed this game to be so pay to, you know, like free to play style gameplay. Okay, so yes, obviously they also need to actually sort of like fix this error, if it's an error, if you know, like general people actually say like that. So anyways, now let's move on to the next one guys. Okay, so can we have the new you know, like stuff right out here? Yes, the DevTeamLeo again says, the game manager, he says, no, I don't want you to quit. Okay, The requirement can be modified. If you think of proper requirement conditions, please let me know. Well, it actually is a sort of like reply to, I really don't know where it is. Anyways, it's because like people are saying like people are gonna quit and stuff like that, and this is the reply for that one. Okay, so let's see if the DevTeamLeo is actually gonna hear to us or hear our plea and then actually act on it. Okay, so actually DevTeamLeo actually said to bring forward a proposal, and then like Mystic HLE has actually came up with a proposal which I am pretty much very like good with. Okay, like I mean like I agree to that one. Okay, so just hear it out, guys. Number 1, remove the paywall requirement. All regions of shrines should be able to be unlocked by simply playing the game. That is pretty great. That would be so amazing. It's gonna be really amazing, guys. It should be unlockable like even by the free-to-play players. Just make it a little bit much easier for the pay-to-win players. Okay, you can actually do it like that way by some purchasing packs and stuff like that. Just what we have done so far with the repeat battle packs. Yes, even we can enjoy the repeat battle of up to like 60 times in the explore regions, right? So that is going to be really great. But for those who actually pay a lot, they can actually do up to 400 times a repeat battle, which is pretty good. That's a very healthy way of promoting the pay to win players. Okay, no problem and no you know like complaints about that one. That's pretty great. Okay, and I actually do you know like support that ideas. Okay, otherwise, introduce only a single region for all elements and all servants available to all, and keep it fair for everyone. Yes, okay. So just by some like sheer effort or like some kind of like sheer practice, or maybe we can just spend some carrots in order to, you know, like unlock those requirements, then that would be pretty great. Because like obviously this game has been so good at providing us with a lots of carrots, and we can actually use the carrots to also unlock them for a limited period of time. That can actually be great as well. No problem at all. At least free-to-play players are actually gonna have a premium access on that one as well in some sort of way. Okay, so that can be done as well. Number 2, lower the transcendence requirement by 1 level for all regions, types of target servants, so that AIO package all-in-one package isn't required to transcend T5 collapse servants. Yes, in order to transcend T5 collapse servants, you have to actually farm T6 collapse servants, which is totally out of the picture, guys. I mean like you really have to pay, like you must pay at least once, okay, for this AIO package in order to transcend the T6 collapse servants, and that is actually very very bad, guys. I mean like it's really building that huge paid wall right on the face. Again, and if they are light and dark figures, like let's say light Valkyria, oh my god, it might actually even take a lot of time. Okay, in month you can only be guaranteed only up to like 2.5 copies of like light and dark 5-star net units if you have AIO package. Okay, and that is actually not gonna be enough. We have to go it for like another 1 month. Okay, so 2 months will be equal to like 5 copies, and then only at that time you might actually have some chance to go into the T6. So this is totally a pay to wall crap. Okay, the next one is number 3, keep the T5 cap. Okay, so the cap should be at T5. I am pretty much up with it. This is the reason why I'm also really shouting here and there. Okay, T5 should be the cap. It is already perfect. Please don't try to pull it up. Okay, there are so many other contents in the game that you can actually improve, and you have to improve, like story contents, story mode contents, more events, best or more story. Like obviously people would really love to know a lot of story about like the characters, including me, like you know, like how they came into existence, like who is Mildred, like who is you know this Heir, okay, and how they actually come in contact with each other. Are they the protagonist or are they the antagonist? Who are the protagonist? Who are the antagonist? Okay, because like most of these stories that has been provided in the Heir of Light are pretty much a riddle type, so that can actually be a very hard problem, you know, like trying to figure out what they actually are, instead of just providing in a very simple bits of information where we can actually get a very good glimpse on like, oh, this is a bad guy, this is a good guy. Okay, so you can actually choose the side where you actually want to be. So that is the thing right out there, guys. So T5 caps should be actually be the scenario right out here. Hardly anyone asked for wants a T10. Yes, nobody wants this, okay? Even if you provide the T10 with just one copy, just like the same thing going on right now, you have one extra copy, meaning like you can transcend them by one level right away, right? Even if you do that, it's actually gonna just add up a huge stress already, and the upcoming feature, or let's say the upcoming system, is just totally no. It's a big no. Okay, I think for T10 you might be even requiring up to like 10 copies. Yes, you might be even requiring 10 copies in order to actually transcend them to T10, which is totally absurd. How will you actually gonna do it for a light and dark unit? Come on, tell me. It's not gonna actually make it up. No. No, we want more servants to build and not to build the same one more. Yes, that's what I want, because like every update they are introducing like new 5-star net servants, okay, and then like we want to enjoy that one as well. I mean, like, if you are just gonna use them on like T1 or let's say T0 and then just like level 60, it's not gonna be fun, because like they cannot actually compete at all, okay? In order to make a really good competition in this game, you have to transcend, you have to awaken them to max, okay? And that is pretty much a very basic requirement as well. And if you are actually gonna introduce like this kind of thing, it's actually gonna be a very bad upset, okay? It's gonna be a really big upset, guys. I mean, like, how are we actually gonna enjoy like other units when we are just focused and we are much strapped with just building this one unit we have? Okay, that's not the solution. So I'm pretty much very much in agreement with these 3 points. If Heir of Light can actually, you know, like the DevTeamLeo can actually look into this one and act maybe like in similar pattern or maybe accordingly, then that would be so great. Okay, it can actually not only save the game, it can actually also give a really huge boost of morale to the player base as well, okay? And the promise from the DevTeamLeo that they will not pull this T5 cap break anymore, okay? Anymore, not even in the near future. No, 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 not more than T5. Or at least before actually introducing this one, they should actually make a really good base of foundation where they are actually being able to provide the players with a lot of 5-star net servants. Meaning like we are so much bombarded with the 5-star net servants here and there and that and that and that, and then like if that is the case, then maybe it can actually be a possible future case of scenario. Meaning like, I mean, like we already have a lot of them, we are just using them like just like that. I mean, like they are having no use in our inventory. What to do with them? In that kind of case, T5 cap limit break can actually be a really great thing, okay? But for the 5-star net servants, no. Maybe T5 cap limit break can actually be pretty good for the 4-star net servants. That could actually be another scenario, guys, so that they can compete fairly against the 5-star net servants. That could be the case, okay, because 4-star net servants are pretty much easy to gather. Well, that can actually be the case, but 5-star net servants, no, not right now. Not right now, okay? Anyways, the next one is the Death Walker. He says there is a much easier solution. They only have to skip this update. That's what he's saying so far. Sorry about this, man, I'm burping a lot. Anyways, the Mystic HLE again says being able to farm shards while offline is still great though. Yes, I do believe that one as well. So that's the one aspect I think all of us can benefit from. Yes, that is the thing. And the another thing is that like the new system of T1 to T5 is pretty great as well. Meaning like just with one extra copy of S7, you can already achieve that T2, right? And then another extra copy and you are very near to getting the T3 plus 3 T4 as well. So that is pretty great, okay, for right now, which is going to be a very good morale boost for the beginners, okay, because in the end we are actually gonna sacrifice those 5 extra copies in like, so it's actually pretty much a very same game, okay? I'm pretty much a fan of that one. Well, it's my own opinion. Shall I read it? Yes, let's read it. So, Zennosh from me, guys. Please listen to players at the DevTeamLeo. We really don't want to quit either. Over past 3 years, Heir of Light has really created an amazing standard as a F2P game, free-to-play game, and has been able to maintain that delicate balance between F2P and P2P, pay-to-win, pay-to-play versus the free-to-play players, okay? There's always something to learn and try out. Yes, I'm even trying out a lot of gears right out there, thanks to like Asian. I've been really able to get new perspective every time, and it's actually giving me a very good thrill, okay, every time. That is the beauty of this game so far. But this new Transcendence expansion is really bad. We really want to celebrate this upcoming anniversary with great happiness, with more freebies and amazing events plus increased summon rates. Yes, this is what I've been saying so far, guys. Please try to increase the summon rates. Okay, I mean, like, just 1%. Oh my god, that is so bad. Please try to make it at least 2 to 3%. Okay, I think it's really a good time to do that. But the direction is going elsewhere. Rather than attracting more players to this game, you are scheming to flush out players from your game. And I do agree with @MysticHLE. That's the proposal that I actually read out a little bit earlier. Please do consider his proposal. That's what I said, guys. Okay. So let's move into the next one. I think these are already read. And now, right over here, guys, he says, with dev note, you can't think like that, but F2P players have a chance to win more. I really do not agree with this one. Okay, I really do not agree with this one, for which I have really replied like saying, like, how? @DevTeamLeo, with so many uprising P2P barriers, meaning like pay to play barriers, in which aspect is free to play players having better chance to win more? Okay, that is totally zero sense. Okay, I think it's really the time to reread your dev note number 103, Transcendence expansion. Okay, that's the thing right out there. And the another thing that I really want to make a flash about is that, like, guys, please don't try to be really vulgar. Okay, please don't try to be vulgar. Please try to make your criticism a little bit healthy. This will really help every player out there to actually give a very good feedback, and they might actually even have a very good influence in the dev note as well, because like more player will start to the more the player actually start to comment on this one, reply to this one, or react to this one, there's the more chance for the DevTeamLeo to actually reconsider their opinions. But if there is like a little bit like a toxic environment like this, or let's say a toxic sort of like conversation happening right out there, this can actually give a very bad feedback to those kind of players who are pretty much genuine, who really would want to only have civilized type of talkbacks, feedbacks. Then this can actually be a really great problem for them, guys. This is also a reason why I actually left the Reddit as well of Heir of Light. Yes, I had been actually quite active in the Reddit before, but due to so many players who had so many toxic sort of like feedbacks, I actually left that one. I had no choice, because like I only love positive and how to say, like productive feedbacks. Okay, yes, I'm not 100% perfect. Okay, yes, there are so many problems that I have been encountering so far. Anything actually can be given in a very civilized way. Any kind of criticism can also be given in a very civilized type of way. I can actually be taught. I can actually be given a little bit of good lesson. Okay, also said like, okay, this is not how it actually goes on, Zennosh. I think you are pretty much a little bit mistaken about that one. This is how it really works. And that has actually been the case with my mentor, that is Asian, and that has been working really like a charm for me. I've been really learning a lot from him, and then like that has been really a good type of relationship, guys. Okay, but this one is actually not really good. Okay, which I think Asian also has said something about that one. Okay, so anyways, let's try to move on to the next new sort of like the reply from the DevTeamLeo. Okay, he says, thank you for your opinions. I am listening. I will change if we need. And again goes the Asian is something, and this is not really a bad thing, right? It's really not a good thing. Okay, so please don't try to do this. The next one is Asian Life. He says, Sai, the last thing we need is to be racist. There is a language barrier here, and adding fuel to the fire won't help anyone and makes you look like a child ranting. Try to come with constructive criticism instead of being a baby. Okay, so just like this one, guys, please just try to refrain from doing this kind of activities, guys. Okay, please don't do like that one. We still love this game, and this game has really not got into that phase where we are supposed to like leave this game right away. there's still some hope. Okay, so don't go into berserker mode right away. The next one is from me again. I said, yep, this kind of slurs and vulgars should be avoided at any cost. I left the HoL Reddit community a long time ago due to toxic, uncivilized members, and even the admin of the community took no actions against them. Yes, if somebody is using racism and slurs and vulgars, they should be taken action against immediately. Okay. Yes, they might want to prove their point, or they might have really a very good point to actually make through, but if they really do not do in a very civilized type of way, they should not be the part of the community. That's what I say. Okay, because like this not only affects the developer themselves, but like even the other players, because like if the things are uncivilized, the environment is uncivilized, people will not actually like hover around. Only healthy criticisms should be allowed. Okay, so the next one, let's try to see. Mystic Achali again said that this will kill the game, and for that one, guys, DevTeamLeo has said no. You can get common shard with event and gameplay to transcend. It is possible without buying in all in one pack. If you buy package, you can reduce the time to transcend. Also, we will find more ways if the collab transcend is too hard. We will find more ways, he says. Okay, what if DevTeamLeo actually came up with that update, whatever, okay, like whatsoever? Because like if they are gonna come with this update, so many players are actually gonna live in the first place, so there will be no time for the redemption. Okay, that's the thing right out there. We will say it's like, so that can actually be a problem if you actually are trying to just sort out the mess that you have created in the first place. It's not actually gonna work out. Like peoples are pretty much like very frigid. They can actually tend to leave just like that. And there's so many even like subscribers and the viewers that I have who have already claimed that they have already got off the hook of subscriptions, like repeat battle packs and so many like that, just because like this new dev note actually came, which I really don't think that it's really good in favor of DevTeamLeo. Meaning like, please, developers, you really need to know that like the colors have already started to show itself. Okay, I think you guys can already see that like in your like marketing strategy, or let's say maybe in your like the cash flow, I think you can already feel the difference that there might be some like changes over there already. Okay, please try to look into that matter already. So please try to see into that one. Okay, the next one is again, here goes again, not really good. Mystic Achali says again, I said batting any progress from made from universal shards. Regardless, this still doesn't change the fact that the other regions of the shrine are completely locked behind a paywall. Yes, that is also a truth. And the next thing that I really want to talk back is that he says you can get common shards with the event and game to play transcend. Okay, so right out here, guys, the common shard, I really don't think that it's gonna be that common. I really don't think that it's gonna be that easy to farm it, guys. I think it's gonna be similar to as the same difficulty as that of Supreme Awakening Stones. Yes, it's gonna be same thing like that. Okay, yes, we do also do get Supreme Awakening Stones from the events and other gameplay and stuff like that. Okay, and if it actually goes into like that one as well, there is actually no like way that the common shard can actually make up for those things that they are actually trying to bring. Okay, the pros and cons, the cons is way much like heavy. So that's the thing right out there, guys. Let's try to look into another one as well. So the Deathwalker actually says, now these are the new comments. With every new dev node, the upcoming update becomes more worse. All you want is our money, a lot of our money. Forget it. I can only invite every player to leave this game after the new update. We will surely meet again in the better game than HoL. So that's actually another thing right out there, guys. Let's not look into this one. The next one is the Killer Queen. Okay, he says many heirs have left their opinion about Transcendence improvement. We are aware that there are more negative responses than positive ones. Okay, so right out here, yes, this has actually been said by the developer itself or himself. Okay, but again, he says again, we promise to continue to improve the Heir of Light through community feedbacks. It's like, really? Then start and don't pull the money out of our pockets. Okay, okay, really bad. Another is the last stand. Okay, it says, no, please no. Keep your purification grounds if that's your excuse to increase transcend levels. Just use 2 times light and dark 5-star summon stones for 2-year anniversary, and I bet you everyone will be happy. All right, so that's what he says. But still, guys, light and dark summon stones are pretty much a little bit pay-to-play features as well. We really do not get this kind of items a lot as a free-to-play units. Okay, next one is the teacher's game 2. It says, dear Heir of Light. Okay, now this is a very civilized way of saying this one. Okay, which I pretty like. One of the reasons you made this game so special is because everyone is on the same playing field as long as you put in the time and work. You guys are extremely generous in all events and make the F2P players base feel like they are content. Myself and others are extremely nervous about this new patch and the potential direction that the Heir of Light may go. We won't know until the time comes and we get to see it for ourselves. I understand from the financial aspect that players need to spend for the game to do well. But locking things behind a paywall will just increase the distance between pay-to-win players, that are whales, that's really good explanation right there, you guys, casual paying players, sharks, and special occasion paying players, minnows. Alright, this will also leave the free-to-play players in the dust and give them no shot at contending like they now have. Okay, that's the thing right out there, meaning like if you really don't even have a good base, you know, like the pay-to-play players, who will they actually, you know, like compete against? Okay, if you really don't even have a good population in the game, you know, like nobody wants to be in a haunted house. So I am asking, I'm begging actually, I am pleading, do not kill this game. That's what I really want to try to say to the developer as well. I really love this game, please don't try to screw it up. Many of us find true enjoyment in the grind and competition and the community that has been created. Tons of us have invested a lot of time and money, and we don't want to see that squandered by supported developers that made a few poor decisions. Yes, it has actually been taken like 3 years for this Heir of Light to become so great as it is as of today, and they will just like throw it away with just a few poor decisions. That is gonna be a very bad decision right away. Next one, yes, I have again come up with another type of comment. I think this is gonna be the last one. Let's see if the DevTeamLeo will actually reply to this one. I'm pretty much waiting for that one. Okay, dear DevTeamLeo, just following the pattern of the teacher's game 2. Okay, so let's try to do it, guys. This game has been a safe haven for F2P lovers, with so many increasing potentials of this game in due time, for which I really have to applaud you. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that one, guys. When the Heir of Light actually came out in the first place, it was so bad, really bad, guys. Okay, but later on it just made a very huge improvement in no time at all. Okay, within just a first year of the running of Heir of Light, it was so much free to play that like I was just too amazed, like what, damn, that's really good. Okay, that's what I was saying every update. But this new dev note on Transcendence expansion is an utter stress, not only to F2P but also pay-to-play players. T5 is already at its best, and further than that can cause severe setbacks because of the endless stream of 5-star net servants you are providing every update. It's a collection game, and trying to build up max on our collected servants is always a good milestone. Okay, but if we are just stuck with maxing out our core units and being not able to explore other servants, will just kill the good intention of players of playing this game in the long course. Because like in the long course, we would obviously want to have a lot of collection of the servants that are already maxed out, and then we are having a very healthy competition in the PvP areas, or let's say in the end game contents. That's why we play in this game. That's why we are in the RPG game. If we do not see that, you know, like visionary stuff, then it's no use at all in the first place. Okay, it's no use at all. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I was finally happy, really I was, to get a good core team to start getting good at PvP regions, and suddenly this bomb drops out of nowhere. This is a very big upset indeed. Please just limit the transcendence to T5 only, and please start to focus more on the story aspects of this game. Okay, please, the story is the one that this game really lacks. There is no story at all. Please try to make a very story wise, a very something really exciting, intriguing, or a little bit mysterious, or let's say curious phase of this game, which is like the story, guys. Who is Ace Sphinx? Okay, who is like this Lenore? Okay, how do they actually interact with each other? What are they against? What do they have to do? What are their life form about? Okay, those kind of things. And if we can actually get into that one, it will be much easier for us to understand the characters. It will be more fun to actually play with them. Okay, just to know that like what their motto is, what their principle is, and how they are actually trying to be better guys right out there, right? Please listen to the community feedbacks, and hopefully please act on it as well. Please, please. We are here as a family, and of course it will hurt us really bad to leave this beautiful game due to raising pay to play walls. Alright, thanks. That is it. That's actually the one that is as of today. That is 9th of the February. Oh man. Okay, so that is pretty much it, guys. Please guys, always try to engage in a very healthy criticism. That's what we always like to have. And DevTeamLeo, please try to listen to your player base. Please, please, please. Please, please, okay? I really don't want to leave this game. Really, 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 really. But if I actually see like there is no foreseeable future, the end game really looks very dark, and like I cannot actually see any end to it. It starts to become endless. Maybe as a beginner it's a lot of fun, but when you actually keep on playing and do the grinding stuff over and over and over again, oh my god, it's actually gonna be a chore. It's actually gonna be something that like, wow, in order to like enjoy this game at the fullest, I really have to go through all that chores. It doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Okay, I mean, like, games should not be our primary aspect of our life. I mean, like, this is something that we play for fun, you know, like just to have some relaxation from our studies maybe, or from our jobs or something like that. If you are trying to make it more into a grinding phase where we have to invest even more time and living our and like focusing more than our jobs and studies into this game, obviously this game is actually not gonna go anywhere, guys. I mean, like, this is gonna be the end of it, I guess. Okay, so no. So this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video, and let's hope for the best.